Well, good morning, Mr. Roy.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fantastic today. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there. A little upset I missed this short, but that's all right. That's
Uh,
all right. We'll go to your screen. Let me share this stream real quick. See if we can get some viewers today.
that would be great. I did see a comment. I need to respond to the comment. I saw it on email, so I haven't been on YouTube to reply. Let me pull it up so I can answer it here today.
Okay.
It was actually it was a good question. You got to go look through emails to find it. So give me a second. YouTube, we got a new comment. Come on, what are you doing here? This comment is from Michael SV6. And Michael SV6 said, any way I can learn besides watching? Well, Michael, if you're watching, uh, the best way to learn is screen time. Watch some traders, watch us, watch other traders. Be careful who you watch. Don't just watch anybody because a lot of people can throw some random stuff out there. If you want to learn how to do fibs, stuff like that, Trading Wars is a good one to watch. Maple Stacks is a good one to watch. I'll try to think of some more good ones to watch and just kind of see what they're doing. Maple Stacks has a real good one. He does a few different things. He does EMAs, trades, and then he does candle by candle, which you'll see us trade a lot. But watch those, and then if you don't have, this is the one time I'm going to tell you to actually spend some money. If you do not have Trading View, go and pay for Trading View because then it gives you the feature to run back tests. You can do replays and you can test the system when it's actually happening on your back test and a lot quicker time than you would if you were doing it just watching just regular. So
Yeah.
watching good traders, like I said, Maple Stacks. If you want to learn fibs, there's nobody better than Trading Wars. He's annoying because it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again. He likes to hear self talk, but he is one of the best at Fibonacci's, and it's just great. And then Maple Stacks is just consistent. He's going to show you a way. He's going to show you how to make decent money, and just back test it, back test it, back test it.
Yeah.
We did a little test. What was it? February, Roy did a back test. We did paper traded a certain strategy. We're going to try on options, and we did it for a whole month, real time, with paper trading, no real money actually in it. And it ended up being profitable. What was it? 25% what we made the total of the month
Yeah.
of February, which is nothing to sneeze at. Not some, not a lot of money. Well, actually, it was more than that because it was. If you do $1,000, I think we finished about 100% up for the month. I think it's about $1,000 up for the month. So,
Yep.
if you do that with a little more size, you're talking about really good money. But it was a way that smaller accounts could do things. And while we're talking, the market is bouncing and looks like, let me update this SPY right. SPY showing right these calls ripping like they are. Yep.
They are. They are ripping. Puts are starting to come down. You did put in a new bottom here. You are hammer candle off of the orb low.
So here's my one concern. CVD is still climbing to the negative side. It's now negative 6,800.
Yeah.
So CVD, if you are new and you're watching this, cumulative volume delta. So it's actually everything you see. It's the buyers and sellers on each candle, right? So it's showing how many buyers are in there. If it's positive, that shows the buyers are in control. If it's negative, it shows that the sellers are in control. And now it is now negative 7,200 and climbing. So that was probably a good spot to enter right there. But I don't like Tide. So we got conflicting information coming at us right now. And the CVD could change just like that, right? And you can see it's starting to come back now. It's like negative 6,700, got to negative 72. So it's already gained 500 points. So you got some buyers stepping in here.
Yeah.
I want to see a lot more on this side before I'm ready to go long. Even though in Ty's suggestion that, hey, we probably should go long, CBD just went back to negative 7,000. So I've got to see more more positive on this side before I can enter a long on it. So as of right now, as long as we're below everything, we're below our zone, I will continue to be bearish. Once we start to break these EMAs and then CBD comes back, starts working towards positive, I might change my mind and go bullish. That's the great thing about how we trade and what we do is we don't have a bias built in. Yes, right now it's showing we have a bearish bias just because we're below our zone, below the EMAs, below VWAP. Everything is down. But if you look at it, are we going to come up here? We're going to hit this and reject back down. CBD still negative 6,500, 6,600. So just had a nice pop to negative 6,000. So this might be the move where it's changing. So you got to be careful. I would wait probably for a VWAP break before I do anything with it. We do have USISM manufacturing new orders coming out at 9 o'clock. So it shouldn't be a big deal to the market, but the way the market's doing now, it could be a big deal in the market. And right now, if I was short, I wouldn't feel comfortable with it. So even though typically here's where you would do it, but you want to see some kind of weakness here. We're not seeing a weakness here. Yeah, you're seeing a little selling here, but this is not weakness yet. So you can't see mine. It's okay. I was moving my mouse on it. Roy sees where it's at.
Yeah.
I was talking about right here. So like I said, you're seeing a little weakness, but it's not a ton of weakness yet. So you got to wait. So, tide has gone, volume has gone from negative a lot to positive really quick. So this could be very short lived. This could be everybody's kind of loading positions and now they're going to sit back and wait. It's a good question. I need to see this candle close and what it does before I even think about it. And right now, it would only be a short I would look for. So if I don't see what I want to see for a short, I won't enter a trade. And on the bright side, I've hit $400 on a couple of test accounts of Take Profit Trader, and then $200 in a couple in 3 pro accounts. So
beautiful.
There's that working for me. So I've got Take Profit Trader is more than likely done today. I got two test accounts. I almost said testicle accounts. 2 test accounts. And I'm only $165 away from passing those 2. And I've got to trade one more day. So the smart thing to do would be just sit on these till tomorrow, but we'll see. We shall see. Other than that, Roy, how you doing? I tried to explain a lot this morning before we get started, didn't I?
No, doing good. I came on this morning. I said the market's a bit confusing. You got a couple of technical indicators that you got to keep an eye on. We'll go to my chart and do the daily as we wait for this candle to close.
Hey, while we wait for this one, I hadn't ran Dixie. I'm gonna run Dixie back out real fast.
Yeah,
and I'll be right back in. It gives you time to run through this and me do my thing. So I'll be right back.
Cool deal. Yeah, so this is the daily chart. You see a bear flag forming. We did have 3 days of selling to break it down. Now, do you get continuation of the breakdown of the bear flag, or do you get a kind of a double bottom scenario here? You've had reaction way back here in September, had a test here in mid-March. Now we're back down here right now. And let's see if it wicks up and tries to get us some sort of momentum to the upside. We switch it over. A 10-minute candle here. If it can close, still got some time on it. How much time we got? Yeah, still got some time on it. So about 5 minutes. So you look at tide, you've got puts falling, calls rising, puts falling on 10 on the SPY tide as well. So as we push up, looks like a VWAP test could be in the cards here shortly, which could, see rejection, see continuation, people wanting to get out before the tariffs. The tariff situation is Wednesday. I believe it's Tuesday at midnight, so keep that in mind. So you have basically 2 full trading days left before the tariff deadline. Over the weekend, the rhetoric was not very bullish, if you would say. Trump was making sure he was maintaining the stance that tariffs are coming and tariffs are here to stay. There is no backing down from it later or beforehand. They will impact all countries, yada, yada, yada. He was very, dare I say, militant in his response. So we'll keep an eye, but I would just play the chart, see what it shows you. I mean, ultimately, for ES to get a big, big, big move up, I mean, we're talking sustainable buying, potentially short covering. You're going to want it to see this, fill this gap, this 5,600 gap that happened overnight. So if it can do that, you will get some panic, or not panic, but you will get some shorts covering, taking profit, moving up. Could potentially push all the way up to kind of 5650 area, in my opinion. So let's keep an eye on it all. Swing positions are getting crushed. Fun. Tesla under 250. Apple is green, so kind of a bullish candles on Apple. Nvidia seeing some buying here, testing its VWAP. Let's see if there's any sustainable push here. ES is liking what it's seeing. It's now up to the 5570. 5575 was kind of an area that it kept getting rejected at. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So we are testing VWAP now. Didn't like the first test. We'll see what it can do. Still got about 220 left on this candle. But definitely a bullish 10-minute candle. Continuation on a 5-minute candle. We are approaching orb high, got close to it and rejected. So you got a lot of stuff at play here. This 55.75 was kind of a spot that the market was struggling with in pre-market. So we'll keep an eye on this. We flip over to Tide, take a look. You got puts falling on general market, calls rising. Same story on SPY. So you've got both your tides signaling a call buying is happening. CVD is
40, negative 42. 42.
All right, that's a
42.
pretty substantial drop from where it was.
Yeah, it's 70, 71, 72 area. So honestly, you would expect a lot more than what we got there. I would expect it to be closer to zero now.
Mm-hmm.
So it means we need to wait more.
Yeah, and you are getting a little bit of a rejection here near VWAP, and you had a rejection near orb high. So
yeah, you got anchor VWAP on the 10-minute at 54. Anybody that's followed us knows that anchored VWAP is a pretty good indicator. Now it's still early. This is just the second candle or third candle since open. So, it is still early, but it has set that off. I want to set the orb. So this is the 15-minute orb. You can see it's a pretty big range. It's almost a 40-point range in the orb. So that is that's a lot. That's a lot. So if you are an orb trader, I know some of you guys are, some of you aren't, but the orb is something good to know.
new candle. So technically a bullish 10-minute candle, but with a wick. So we may come up, fill that wick, and we'll see what happens.
It's definitely a candle by candle to the upside. And if you look, we had one at 8 o'clock. We had a candle by candle to the downside that played out. Just gave you actually a couple opportunities to make really good money on it. You actually had one after 7 this morning. On the upside that played out, kind of what I'm seeing here is candle by candle seem to be working today. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on.
You can come in and you can be pretty bullish, or bearish. You can have any sort of view. You just got to let the chart kind of dictate it, because you're definitely looking at shorting in the hole if you got too bearish today. So you just, Monty made money on the downside today, but he was in and out. He wasn't looking for 5,500.
Right.
He was playing the zone. It broke under. Now we're back above the zone. We're back above VWAP. So far, you haven't had a candle close above VWAP, but you do have upward momentum. You've got market tide pushing higher. Now, what will be interesting is if you get a curl here and a curl up, and are they kind of pushing this thing up to, then people are like, oh my gosh, I've got a little bit of money back. Let me get out.
Yep. So kind of what I'm looking for right now. So we're above the orb high. I would love a close. We still got 3 minutes in this candle, but I would love a close above the orb high, then to come back in a retest, possibly even a retest of VWAP, and then to look for a long to take it up to, at least probably the 200, possibly to this high. If it breaks 200, of course, it's going to get to this high. Then we're new game, but I would look to probably set a take profit up around 56 and then trail it if it does move like I think it possibly could. Just what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for this candle to close before I do anything. I can't just chase here, even though it's all I can do not to enter every time it pulls back the slice a little bit, but I want to see it come back and retest this orb high. And look, do we miss trades by waiting for these candles to close? Absolutely. But one thing you've noticed if you watch this over time, where we messed up as when we rush trades. When we don't rush trades and we wait for our spot, we are pretty damn good. So
no, it's we are definitely punished when we are impatient.
Well, we're impatient. What you see typically is you see the move play out, but then we're stopped out before the move plays out. So that's why we're waiting. It's coming back and testing this VWAP now, it looks like. So CVD is negative 46, and then you got anchored VWAP at 55.60.
Whoa. Look at this general market put volume.
Wow, that's not a good sign if you want to go long. But you look at Tide, SPY Tide, it
a little decrease, but not anywhere near.
Look at those premiums, though; they're still ripping.
Yeah.
So, like I said, CVD is negative 40, going back and forth. It's negative 48 now. It got to negative 49. Now it's back down to negative 46. So it's kind of bouncing around, which tells you got a lot of people popping in and out. You got orders sitting up right at above 57.75, 77.50, to 80. So, and then you got 95, which, that's kind of where we were talking about as a possible target, 95's 5,600 area. So it's got to hold VWAP here. I mean, Tide is telling me that I need to go long.
Yeah.
You know what? Bookmap's telling me that a little bit too. It came down. I don't know if it's going to get filled here or not. I placed an order here, and it's got within a tick of filling me 3 times now. There it is. So we're going to move this up to 95. And then if we do get a run, we'll trade it. We're going to leave our stop right here below this EMA cluster. So if it breaks this, we should get out anyway. That's risking $231 to possibly make 631. So that's about a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio there if it does play out. So a couple things you got to watch. You got to watch. It's got to break back above orb high, and then it's got to break this high at 77.25, which that's where they have orders sitting at right now. So we would look for those breaks, and if that breaks, then you would look for it to go to that 91.75 area. But I think this is a decent spot to be in, but you don't know until it plays out.
Well, similar kind of candle wicks here forming, right? So you still got 3.5 minutes, but these upward candle wicks, but you get the next candle to fill it. And I think if it holds above, if it closes above that previous wick, that would mean it's also closing above VWAP and battling the 50 right now. So it's just in a spot that it'll give you a lot of information when this candle closes.
Yeah, 9:30 we had the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index. Like I said, it's something I don't think it should be a big player, but you got a feeling these guys are looking for something, anything positive to push this market back up. I'm not one of these guys going to sit here and say, "Oh, the market is bearish. I'm bearish. I'm leaning bearish. I'm going to stay bearish." I kind of pride ourselves on being able to look at the data, right? Look what you see here now, and that's what we trade off of. We kind of now if we were holding these long term, we would be looking at the overall. We would be shorting up here, is what we'd be doing because overall trend is down. But that's not how we trade. We don't trade. We more scout and day traders than we are anything. So we're definitely not swing traders and futures. Been there, done that a little bit. I know Roy's done a little bit. It's not always fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. I got any hair left. I had lost touch with reality, I think, a bit when I was doing that.
You think? I don't know what gives you that idea. I mean, shit. I'm going to move my street profit down to $400, and then I'm going to actually move this to break even. If this trade turns against me, at least we're out even now. I would wait for it to break here before I moved up, which looks like it's going to do anyway. So it's going to work out, but I couldn't take a chance on this trade turning red on me. Which this thing could turn in an instant. Like as bullish as it looks right this second, this thing could swap to bearish in a heartbeat. And I'll be honest with you, Roy. $230 would be great for me in these. I've been making $200 a day, and there it is, $227.50. There was more to be made, possibly. But guess what? You do not go broke taking profit. You do not go broke taking profit. So guess what?
Win the day.
$227.50. We're going to lock those up. I told myself I wasn't going to lock them up early, but by gosh, I'm going to lock them up early just because I don't want to do anything crazy with them.
I got to take a quick phone call real quick, Monty. I'll be right back.
You got it. We're just going to sit here and see if we can find another entry. I mean, as of right now, as long as we're above all this, we're still looking for longs. That is what we're looking for. So if we get it, great. If we don't, we've had a great day already. So no skin off my nose. We have locked up, our $1,000 in funded money already. It's done. We're over $1,000 for the day. So go do that at your job. This is my job. This is my full-time job. This is what I do. I treat it as a job. I come in. I do my thing every morning. It's what I'm looking for. It's what I'm trying to do. We've had a pretty good down streak. Let's look at this. While we're waiting on something to come back, we're going to look at this performance hub. This account's actually about 3,000 up overall. I did take a little small payout the other Friday. But this is the streak I'm talking about. This is it. This is 12 days straight green. And you notice the biggest day, 309.30. And we made $3,000. 12 days, averaging 2,000 per day. I mean, shit. You can't beat that, can you?
Can't beat that.
You do this week, you're averaging 1,200, 1,500 bucks a week. You multiply this times, right now it's 2 accounts. We're working on getting it back to 5. You get this to 5 accounts. Well, hell, there's over $6,000 right there that you're making per week. You do that with 5 more on this side. Well, guess what? You're making 6 figures a week. How many jobs pay that? Not damn many. So I'm proud of what we do and proud of how we do it. I was telling Roy before you hop back on, tell him that I said, do this at your job. This is my job. This is what I do. This is my job. I take this. So everybody that gets up in the morning and goes to work, I do the exact same thing with this, except I just walk to my office, but I wake up, I come down, I turn the charts on. I don't do anything when I first wake up, right? I'm not trying to jump in anything real quick. I'm watching this, and then I'm waiting for our spots. Now, if it's a combine or something or a test account, I might take some risks that are probably not the best you would take, that I would never take with real money.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look, the one real money, I mean, shit, we hit this, we top tick this damn thing right then.
Mm-hmm.
You can't complain with top ticking a damn trade, right? That doesn't happen very often. It's luck when you do. It was not on purpose, I promise you that. But $227, I'm happy with. That's a good day for me. Like I said, that's almost $500 just in Top Step. That's not counting what I did over here. I mean, like I said, it's probably gonna be $1,100 we made today. And
Nice.
Funded money. That's actual money that's coming into me. That's not test account. This is real money. So shit, I'll take that all day. Now I need to swap back to you because I meant to go long there and I missed it. But we're gonna take it here to see if we can get this break back up. Now here, I will take a little more risk.
Yeah.
If we can get $500, gosh, I don't know if we'll get $500 in this trade. If we can, great. If not, we're gonna lose $337 on it. And guess what? I've got the rest of the day or tomorrow to come back and win this back. So there's no skin off my nose, right? And I want to kind of trade up what we do here a little bit. I talked to Roy about this, but I think Roy's going to agree with me. I want this to be more just, of course, I do explain stuff to you guys, and I think that's important to do. But another thing I want to do is I want it to be just me and Roy talking what we talk, because I think you guys can get a lot of value from just me and Roy having a conversation about what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I'm going to actually add 5 more down here in VLOG just to see. Now look what we got to get. Let's see if we can get it to that 200. That would be great, man. Now we're risking 500 to make 700. If it breaks us down, it breaks us down, and we're fine. We're okay. I'm telling you, just by looking at everything, I think this is just a pullback unless something drastic changes. But you're seeing a small dip in call premium and a small dip in volume. Not very much. Looks like your volume's going to turn actually back up on time.
Mm-hmm.
CBD's hanging around negative 36. That's half of what it was this morning. So we've gotten a lot of the bears out of here, it looks like. Now, the bulls still have not taken full control. Being negative, that means that the bears are still in control, right? But their control is weakening if you're watching this. So now we just sit back and wait. And if we hit $500, I'll probably take it. But $500 would be, I have to break that high. So let's go up here. Let's see if we can get $800 out of this. I don't know. If we break above this, I will move my stop up to this next counter, which will be in the green. So I need to message Michael back on here and let him know he needs to watch the first few minutes of the stream because we answered his question, I think, pretty good in there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it's hard. Like the first couple of minutes, we never really get anybody. But
yeah, And I know a lot of you guys watched it. I'm sure because I got that comment like I think it was Saturday. So that means Michael watched it later.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely, if you do go back, I think there's some good stuff for you. We got one person here now. I don't know who it is. Could be could be old Franco, could be Trey, could be Harry. I have a few people that watch and they tell me later, hey, I watched your live stream. Like, thank you. And I'm trying to figure out who's in the live stream. I'm not loving the way it's rejected that back down there, though. I'm gonna tell you, but CVD is now negative 3,100, so CVD is going in my direction. So let's make this make sense. So just tell me we're finna get up here, or is it just they're trying to trick people into going along?
That 75 area has been a problem all pre-market. So
Yeah.
looks like
I
they're
don't
gonna
like
make
it
it a
being
problem.
a lot, but only thing I'm seeing on Tide really, I'm seeing call premiums kind of flatten out. You are seeing the volume start to tick down some. CBD still hold negative 34. So CBD's not running back away, but it's just kind of holding. We could see a move down here, and this could actually totally be a fake out, then it bounces back up. Or it could be you see this break, you see them pile in, and they push it all the way down. One or two. Risking $500 here, so it's either going to play out or it's not. Thank goodness I got all my funded stuff done. As Harry's here, howdy, Harry.
Hey,
I knew it was
Harry.
one of you guys. Can always depend on one of you guys being here, at least. I think we had one. We had one pop in and out. I think it was Thursday, and that was my buddy Trey, who who I saw Friday. Like, hey, I was popping in and out of your stream. Like, oh, you're the fucker that kept popping in and out.
Yeah. They're at all those EMA supports.
Yeah, and kind of one of my concerns. I probably should drop this down. You got anchored VWAP is at 60 now.
Mm.
And you definitely could see an anchored VWAP test. You are seeing volume in, well, it looked like it was fixing to pop back up and spy tide, but might be just kind of plateauing off a little bit here. We're going to actually give this room below anchored VWAP. Because I just don't believe in this drop yet. Even though it's telling you here, you had this wick. Of course, we've had these other wicks. Like Roy said, it kept filling these wicks. But now you have the opposite, came down, bounced back up, filled that wick. So it definitely could break. I think it's on a course to test anchored VWAP, and that's going to be our telltale. You do have put premiums curling up a slight bit. That volume where I thought was going to tick up kind of ticked back down some, so I don't like that. The call premiums have the ever so slightest tick down, not a lot. CVD is still negative 3,600. Look, we've had this whole drop, this big from here to here, and we've moved CVD negative 500 points. That is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That is nothing. So this tells me this move is not sustainable. It's not going to keep going all the way down to here. That's just what I'm seeing off this. I could be dead wrong. I've been wrong before. That's why I lose accounts when I'm wrong, right? But we're not going to go on tilt on this. We're going to do this, what it's going to do, and then we're going to be done with it.
So on the 10-minute, I can't quite tell if it's a candle by candle to the downside. I don't think it is.
Well, let me see what you're seeing. Oh, it is so close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you could have got any closer, to be honest.
Yeah, let me show the audience. I mean, the candle, I mean, it is
Yeah, zoom out, make it a little fatter so people can see it for real. This thing is, look at that.
So
Well, you got your call premiums are popping back up again. Your volume's going up. CVD is at 30, negative 31 again. So we're right back to where we were here.
Mm.
And then the call premiums trending up looked like it's trending up slightly. We'll swap over to SPY Tide. I don't want these people to see what I'm talking about here. So if you see it's a slight trend up, it's kind of trending up. But look at your volume there. Your volume is trending back up. So if you didn't have the premium up there, you didn't have any of that stuff up top, you could use Tide just by looking at this volume down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
And kind of get you an idea of what's happening. Like right now, I would be tending to go long there if we break. I want to see that VWAP break to the upside, but I could definitely see it popping that up and going back up higher in the day. One thing to notice though, always keep an eye on this 200. Roy's got the 200. See that yellow line up there?
Mm-hmm.
Roy, if you zoom out a little bit, just scroll to zoom out a little. I want them to see this top where it's tested the 200. Kind of go up. There you go. See that yellow line up there? Look where it's tested. Look how that 200 pretty much holds, right? You do see some breaks back and forth, but you always see it come back. Now it's trending down. Look right here, Roy. Right here, this last drop. Look at that last drop there.
Mm-hmm.
See that right there. Point that out. So you see it got up there, tested, boom. Now it's running down. It's following the 50 and the 8. So that 200 is a down. I think they talked about it on Top Step TV before. You got the 100 as a chain link fence that you can jump over. The 200, look at the 200 as a razor wire fence that's electrified. That damn thing is hard to break, right? So just look at that way. You do have your puts are trending back up. Well, they just turned. I mean, as soon as I said that, they trended down. Your volume though is it's not getting the breakout on volume that I want to get. I want to see that volume start to trend up more. So
And
where we're
your
at,
anchored view at? Where's your anchored view at? 55,
it is
60.
59.65.
Okay.
Oh man, I got some new stuff coming in today. I got a
Cool
turtle
deal.
box. Anybody's ever seen a turtle box speaker? I got one of those coming. Those are badass. And then I got me some new bird dog shorts coming because it's summer, almost summer. You got to have new bird dog shorts. Anybody that hadn't worn bird dog shorts, bird dog, we would definitely take you as a sponsor. They are fantastic. They're my favorite shorts out there. Can't beat them. And I'm a shorts and flip flop guy. I wear shorts and flip flops almost year round. But by gosh, I'm ready for some hot weather. Get it humid. Make me feel at home.
We had
Well, this thing is going to trend down on me here with nothing saying it should be trending down. Love it. What are you going to say, Ro?
as I say, we got our hot weather. It's starting to get a little bit hotter down here.
So, it's supposed to be 87 here Wednesday. I
Whoa.
can't wait. But it's also going to be thunderstorms, so we're probably going to have tornadoes and shit. So just if I don't show up one day, just y'all know the tornado got me.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Had some close calls with them. I'm not gonna lie. I think we had some bad weather last night, and I slept straight through it. So woke up this morning like it's hitting Oxford now. Like, oh, it didn't hit me.
Yeah, not a good candle here.
No, it is not.
So
I think it's going to take me out, and we're going. I don't know what we're going to do here. To be honest with you, man,
probably look for the bottom of the zone to hold the 52 area. But
Holdings does not look near as good as SPY. Holdings looks kind of
Holdings
bearish.
Yeah, holding
General market ties are kind of bearish right now. So, but we trade the SPY. So that's kind of what we're watching. That's why I watch it more and put more emphasis on it. You can see some other stuff happen with it, but the reason I put the emphasis on that is because that is the instrument we are trading with. It's the ES. So if we could get that volume just to continue that little uptrend and break that high, I think we rip. You look at the SPY tide, you can see that volume. I want that volume to break that high.
Yeah.
But it might be after we get stopped out. Who knows? Well, it got within a tick of getting us there and did not get us. So. I mean, to a tick away from stopping us out. I use my radio voice. Hello, and look there. Come to you live. It's the MC and Roy show.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this candle formation.
Yeah, I think, usually it happens on take profit, and it typically does not happen on a stop where it gets within a tick and then reverses. I've seen it on take profit a shit ton of times, right? It gets right there at your take profit drops, and you end up, you don't move your stop, you end up in a red trade, but you don't see it typically happen in a stop loss. Usually it gets that close to out. And if it's not on the first try, there's going to be another try. Don't worry. Roy, I'm 3 weeks away from going on vacation again, just so you know. We got the mullet toss coming up. Harry's been in the mullet toss before. Fantastic time. We're a little over, about 2 weeks away, a little over a week away from the Masters starting. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. If anybody knows me, there's going to be you can't see it behind me. There's a TV on the wall behind me. The Masters will be on with that TV. And I hope YouTube does not mind, because we will be able to hear it, because I'm a Masters guy. I love the Masters. I love watching the ceremony of first tee off. I love watching the par 3 contest. This par 3 contest is just great. Just the whole thing is just fantastic.
Yeah. Do you enter the lottery?
Every year.
Every year.
I have not been chosen any year. One of these days I'll get accepted, and we'll taking me and my buddies. So Harry, you better be nice. I'm taking me and my buddies to the I went 4. I'm taking 3 other people with me to the Masters. Crazy thing about the Masters, have you ever been to Augusta? You're not terribly too far away from it.
No, not far. Yeah, no, I haven't.
It's a fucking shitty ass town now. It didn't used to be like that, but crime is just, it's crazy. You see, like, there's a CVS across the road from Augusta National. And it's just like any other town. It looks like shit. But as soon as, my claim to fame is, we went there at spring break one year when I was my senior year of high school. And the gates were open. So you know what? We decided to take a right and just drive up. We were going to drive to the clubhouse.
Okay.
Well, needless to say, about 100 feet in, we got surrounded by security. Lights out, security. This is not just like regular security. This is security, guns on you. Turn around now.
Yeah.
So we got the hell out of there pretty quick. But I can say I have been on the grounds of Augusta. Kicked out pretty quick, but I have been on the grounds of Augusta.
That's funny.
As soon as we pulled out, they closed the gates, just so you know. So we probably helped their security out by doing that. Probably got somebody fired, actually. Whenever I had a K5 Blazer, I don't know if you remember the full-size Blazers. I had a K5 Blazer, and we had taken the top off. My buddy, his family had moved just south of Augusta. So we were visiting them. We had taken the top off the Blazer, music blaring. We were probably drinking, doing everything you're not supposed to do, riding around. And that's us in there with the top down, listening to some 90s music, getting stopped by armed security at Augusta National. Can't make that shit up.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Ended up going to Panama City. Never put the top on the damn Blazer. Just left at his parents' house. Went to Panama City. It was like 5 of us stayed in a fucking 2-bed condo, or both beds in the same room. It was horrible. Had a blast. I had a blast.
I got up there and kissed that 50.
It did. It did. Right below the orb high there too, right there on it. So if we could break the orb high, then we could go back all the way up to that 200 on the 5 minute. Let's look out a little bit. You got to go against the 50 on the 5 minute. On the 15 minute, which gives you a little look at the 30 minute. You got the 50 is way up at 55.99, which I did say something about having a take profit around 6,000, so that actually probably would not be a bad spot. We're gonna leave it where it's at for now. 88. That would get us $800 on the day. That would put us closer to passing this account. Anybody that's watched me in the past knows that I've always tried to pass these in 2 days, and I've tried to take a little different approach this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to do exactly what I do on the funded accounts. I'm trying to do pretty much the same thing here. Similar. There's like I would have been stopped out. I would not have this stop this far down. I would have got stopped out on this break here, but being this, I can hold a little longer. And this actually helps you out too. If you trade this and you traded a style that you can repeat, then you can actually use this almost as a test account too. Yeah. So I'm kind of using this as a test account to see if we can give a little more room if it plays out and how it works. So look at this damn thing is turned green. What the hell? CBD is still negative, but just broke 3,000, negative 2,900 now.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, go to your screen real quick. Go to Tide. Go to Spy Tide.
Look at that.
What was I looking for on Spy Tide? I was looking for this volume to keep increasing, right, and get up there that high. And I'll be damned, we're pretty close to that high right there. So if it continue this momentum, pop it up, this thing should go all the way up to, I would say, at least 85, 90 area. Could go a little higher. You know, some days you feel really dumb, and some days you feel really smart. Today's a smart. I feel smart today. All right, one thing we're going to do, we're going to guarantee a little profit on this thing. All right, we're guaranteed at least $300. Guess what we'll do with $300? We'll call it a day on this at $300. If it gets my 800, it's fine. I need to actually move this down below that. So 743 would be my take profit now. This probably will come back and get me here because I got I'm pretty tight on this stop. But I've made $300. I've been making $300 a day on the account. It's kind of been my goal. So if anything over this is a positive. So I'm at my goal already, no matter what happens on this for the day. How y'all doing? Everybody else doing? How you doing, Harry, out there? You trading today, Harry? I would really love for it to go hit my damn take profit first. We're going to guarantee $400. Now we're $100 over our goal. How about that? No matter what happens, we're $100 over our goal. There it is. $398.85. I mean, shit. Really? You can't beat that. That's fine. Guess what? We'll come back tomorrow. All right, Roy. What you got going on over there? I'm done for the day.
I was looking to see how this candle by candle, the long side on the 5-minute plays out. In the 10-minute, you're getting another one of those upper wicks.
Tell you one damn thing, but you're right on the 5-minute. That was a hellacious down candle by candle long side on the 5-minute.
So you could get a nice push down even to the 70 range, and it's still good.
Since you're on the 10-minute, I'm gonna put it on your chart for a minute. I want to see how this 10-minute plays out.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot, Roy.
What is your what is CVD showing?
CVD is showing -28. Look at that. So swap yours to SPY Tide real quick. Look at that volume. Yeah. That volume's still ticking. It's sideways a little bit, but the volume's right where I want it to be. It's at the high. Trending sideways high. Any move up should rip this thing up above our zone there, I would believe.
Yeah, I've been, kind of waiting for it to do that zone dance. Just can't quite get up there.
Yeah. Well, the top of that zone being above the 200 now, if it breaks that, we've got a damn show enough ripper on our hands. Your tide is coming back this time, though, a little bit.
Yeah.
Any of you orb traders out in the world, candle by candle entry at the orb might be a very good orb high, might be a good play. Might.
Yeah.
Not saying for sure, but it's definitely something to watch. Have you ever done elite trader funding? They're burning me up on emails. So if you hit $2,000 in some test, looks like it's a something you win 100,000 static evaluation free for the first month.
Okay.
I don't know how you enter it. Oh, you got to win 2,000. You got to get $2,000 today by 1. Wow, that's pretty quick. Y'all are want some gamblers. And I'm out there Discord, so I'll be damn, Roy. You remember when I told you sometimes you look like a damn, sometimes you feel smart, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Today, I feel like I'm a smart fucker.
You're feeling it, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's showing in the results too, right?
Yeah. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. I told Roy, I don't know if I said this pre-stream or after the stream started, but one thing that I really give myself and Roy credit on is we're not the best traders out there. There's no doubt in my mind we're not the best. I will never say we're the best.
No.
But we're damn good at reading Tide, reading CVD, and Bookmap. CVD is very strange. It popped up to negative 3,800 right here. Huh? What's happening there?
Yeah, puts are falling.
Then you get different indicators working against each other. Like right now, Tide is telling me this thing is going to rip at least to the 200. Might go past the 200. CVD is telling me to hold your horses, bud. This thing is not running away.
Yeah.
And we all know that eventually these two are going to sync up. The question is, where do they sync up at? Because we always, I can't tell you the times where we've had conflicting information like we're getting now. And then at lunchtime, we look like, oh, it makes sense now. They're running together now. They're doing what they should do. So
Yeah.
it always works out. Or I guess the best thing for us to do is just to figure out which side is going to work out first. That's the hard one. Right now, I'm still leaning bullish, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't love it.
I would say being above orb high, above VWAP, above anchored VWAP. 10-minute candle by candle still in play.
Yeah.
Above the 50.
Yeah.
I mean, next stop is the 200. Break 200, get to the top of the zone, break that, then you look for gap fill.
Okay. Don't hate that. Don't hate that. Oh, yeah. What do we do here? I'm not liking this candle, though. It's not giving the breakout that I want to get.
Looked like it was going to, and then
it looked like it was fixing to rip. Yes.
It was making me look smart as I was talking.
I don't know. I mean, every time our volume flattens out, it's when we get these pullbacks.
Mm-hmm.
CBD is actually it's kind of running opposite of what it's doing right this second. It got to 34, then it went down to 33. Now it's struggling. It got back to negative 34. Our volume is trending down, so we're seeing a slight pullback here.
You have another, I guess it's the same 10-minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pullback to VWAP 68.
If it breaks this orb, it breaks the 8. It should, if it bounces here, we might see a high. If it breaks it down here, then I don't know where we look to go long again, to be honest with you right this second.
I mean, a good time to take some a timeout, right? Utilize that top step timeout feature, let the candle form so you don't do anything stupid.
That is a great feature, by the way. Yes, if you hadn't seen, I can't do it here now on mine because I've already locked myself out for the day, but you can actually lock yourself out for a couple minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, however long you want to lock yourself out at. I can't show them here because I'm already locked out.
Yeah, that's right.
It won't show up that way, but there is different times. You can take a 15-minute timeout. And look, I did it one day. Me and Roy was trading, and I said, I want to go long. Roy's like, take a break. What was it, a 30-minute hour? I set.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the trade that I want to take would have played out during that time. But then it came back down, and then as soon as my time ran out, it let me get back in it again and pop it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. We made everything back. So,
yeah, I would be interested to see, like, to force yourself to wait for candles, right? Just doing like a 5-minute little, okay, I'm going to do a 5-minute just so I don't try and rush, get in before the candle closes type thing. Because that's been my Achilles heel. So I'm trying to get ahead of its move. I get right enough analysis to be dangerous, right?
Yep.
Like right here, it's like, yeah, you got 15 seconds left. Oh, we're bouncing off near VWAP on 10-minute. You're bouncing off the 50, bouncing off orb high. This has got to be a long, but then the final 5 seconds comes in and claps me.
Yep.
As it just showed there. So then,
yeah, you don't always get continuation. So once your candle stops and your new one forms, you think that it would continue, like the buyers are still there, right? But no, that candle's done. I'm closing my orders. I'm waiting for the next buy. Like, what the hell are you doing to us?
Right.
What are you doing? Like, come on, Dick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. This is the best thing's always to wait. the worst thing that ever happens when you wait and then you miss the move and you're like, shit, I missed the move because I waited. And then it ends up playing out. You would have got stopped out. You would have had this. You would have had that. Blah blah blah. All this shit could have happened, and you're like, well, shit. I was there already. What the hell?
Yeah.
Patience is key, though. Like, yeah, if you rush the trade, 9 times out of 10, it's going to bite you in the ass. You have that one time where it does, and that's the time you always remember.
Yep.
And that's what ends up hurting you in the long run. It's crazy. We remember our wins a lot more than we remember our losses. I guess it's kind of like just get the negative out. Now, there's some losses I actually remember, but trading, like Roy said, when we're waiting, when you do wait and it doesn't, hey, I just passed. I'm saying this, I took a long over here to pass. Here's that. 1,500. Flip tomorrow and I'm done. I have no pressure at all on Take Profit Trader tomorrow. 2 accounts funded. All I got to do is flip one contract and I'm done.
Beautiful.
How about that? I did say, I got another thing I want to talk about real quick. While we're sitting here watching this thing rip absolutely buttholes out, I saw a guy, people were arguing on what size account to take. And I saw somebody that was doing the 25Ks. I've been doing the 25K. This is on Take Profit Trader. And I had somebody responded back to him. That's just stupid. I take 3 M&Q, and that's not enough for me to play with. One, if you're risking more than $1,500 taking only 3 micros,
yeah,
I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah,
that makes absolutely no sense. 2, Roy kind of opened my eyes. I was always the biggest account guy. I always traded the biggest account you could get because I wanted that drawdown. That drawdown ended up giving me a false sense of security. So I would take more risk, right? I think what's made me better, you guys have seen it over the last month or so. I've been trading micros, which I hate micros. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I hate this shit. I can't stand trading it. But I found a happy median at 5 where I can take 5 to 1, and I'm seeing results. I mean, look, I made $400 off. I think I get in. It was one whole mini, 10 micros. I would have been stopped out on that play.
Yeah.
Before I ever made the money on this play, if I was in minis and not micros. And then back to my original thought, I'm fixing to get off topic here if I don't put myself back on topic real quick. $1,500, $2,000, whatever your stop loss is on when you start into these. If you trade them right, you use proper risk management, you can trade these smaller accounts, which are easier to pass. You feel 100 times better. Instead of me having to make $9,000, I only got to make $3,000 on this one. That's a third of that. I can do that in my sleep most of the time. Just base hits, right?
Yeah, chipping away.
And how good do you feel when you pass that test? You're invincible when you pass the test, right? So the quicker you can pass these and get them in, and now if you see what I'm doing, let's look at the ones these actually 2 funded now. All right, this one we took a loss, but now look, we're back. We're $1,600 up to the good. This one we've actually taken a payout. We're $2,400. We're building a buffer, folks. Slowly but surely, we're building a buffer. And guess what? If I keep doing what I'm doing, this will be $4,000 drawdown, $5,000 drawdown.
Yep.
And then you're like, hey, and you keep doing your system, you're hitting your base hits. I think I said it in the Discord. I didn't say it on the stream. I said it Friday. Me and Roy was talking about it Friday, just taking these base hits, these $200 days, and being happy with them and being content with them. You're like, shit, I mean, $200 is nothing. All right, well, I averaged 200 to 300 across 5 different accounts last week. I made $7,000 in a week on money that actually came to me.
Yeah.
That's not small. That's not chump change, right? $7,000 is 52 weeks a year. That's $350,000 a year trading an hour a day.
Yeah. And how much
Now,
stress did you have?
I feel a little more stressed now than I did when I first started trading these micros.
Yeah.
But it's still nothing compared to what it was before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that's part of the reason why we moved the stream later, is because we want to be able to play the volume, play our strategy, not be knocked out before the thing.
We noticed.
We
were trading earlier. We were getting on at 8:00, and we were trying to force trades to. And I know you guys didn't care if we traded or not, but we seemed like we had to force a trade to get into something, and we took losses. And by moving it later, you said it was 8:45. What time did I take that first? I took it at 8:30, didn't I? I took on the break.
Yeah.
Or did I take it on the stream? I can't remember.
Regardless, it was.
But it just so happened it played out to where I could play it at that time, right? So we've taken some lower, we've taken some after, but I think where myself and Roy, when we get, like, you're looking here, I've been saying this is the spot to watch all morning, right? You look, came down here, but my stop loss was here. Guess what? It popped back up above my stop loss. And I'll be damn, Roy, on that one. Did we about top tick that one too?
Yeah, just about.
So, I mean, it's just you waiting in this area now. You're seeing a little bit of weakness now you didn't see before. CBD's climbing back up, almost 4,000, negative 4,000. If you was to look at, swap over to Tide real quick, Roy.
Well,
go to Tide. All right. So look, you see your volumes actually coming down some now. Your put premiums turning up. Call premiums are still just chilling up there, but this volume is what my concern is. When you see this volume start to creep down a tad bit, you're seeing the market come down a good bit with it. So if this volume ever dries up and it starts working its way down, thing's going to work itself back down, probably back down to these lows down here at the bottom. I would think. Now that's if it continues this trend. Now if that pops back up, your market's going to pop back up. Right now, your orb high is playing out. Even if you are just super scalping this shit, right? You're making money. You're making 2 or 3 points every time. So there's different ways. We're playing these micros, so we're holding a little bit longer. But if you are one of those people that are super scalping, when I say super scalping, I mean you're in, and as soon as you boom, here's my making $100, $100. That's playing out here. If you're doing minis, pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
You're going to trade 15, 30 seconds and you're getting your money back out of it. Now, I wouldn't suggest that you get in here and you forget about it and you put your profit way up here at 5,600, because I think that you're going to get to a point where either we're going to get exhausted from this constant battle or we're going to break out, one of the two. And either or could happen. Your volume's moving back up now. Look where we're getting the bounce. The volume's coming in.
Right at orb high.
Yep. And tomorrow, the same play might not work at all.
Wow, look at this thing. Some days you feel like it too.
I feel like the windshield today. I'm not the bug.
We need to check your email. Make sure you didn't get those Masters lottery tickets.
It actually feels good to be calling us out and especially playing out in front of you guys while we're doing it. I think that helps more.
Yeah.
And anybody that hadn't followed along, Atlas Discord is back, baby. Atlas Discord is back. Any of you old-time traders that traded Atlas Discord is back.
So, when PJ Matlock, before the link even went out, he had 500 members in the room, he said.
Do what now?
I said when PJ Matlock, he had tweeted out before the link even went out, he's like, how are there 500 people already in here?
Yeah. I got in it because you know what? It's memories for me. It was great.
Yeah.
I wasn't an idiot. I actually made money off these guys. Like I watched them, but I was not stupid enough to to get in CLEM or whatever the hell it was, and like, oh, it's going to $10. Like, no, I made my money and got the hell out of it.
Yeah.
These people that were waiting for 69, like, come on, bro. Wish 69. I had a guy who used to work with me, and we got into Wish the same time. Soon as what's his name? Zach started pumping Wish. I got into Wish. I think I was in like $5-6. Well, it got to like 14. Well, I think it got to like 18. I sold it like 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming the guy that worked, I was like, surely he took the profits. He's up 300%. Like, what are we doing if we're not doing that? So it came back down. I don't even know what it's at now. I mean, it came down to like in the dollar range or something. It was really, really low. And he texted me one day. He's like, hey, should I buy more Wish or should I just cut what I got? And I was like, I texted back, like, well, how much money did you make off your initial investment? Well, I never sold it.
Oh,
what do you mean you never sold it? He's like, well, I thought it was going like it was going to go like 69, like everybody was saying. I'm like, dude, you was up 300% on commons.
Right.
What the hell are you holding for? Like, I mean, I thought it'd be life changing. I was like, you know what? Compound this to the next one will make it eventually life changing. It's not
right. It's not a one
like,
shot.
Don't ever talk stocks to me again because you frustrate me and I can't hold your hand. Do what you got to do. Make your money. Get out of it, dude. If you feel like you're gonna miss out, hold 10 of them.
Right.
But make money. Yeah, lock in some profit. Then do whatever you want to do with it. So I was pissed when they closed it down and got in trouble because I was like, y'all are the idiots that couldn't pay attention and know how to trade. So you had to have somebody tell you to enter and somebody tell you to exit. That's not trading. That's gambling. Don't do that shit. That's why you don't see me and Roy like, hey, guys, go long here. Go long there. Take your profit here. You see us trade it, but you never see us tell you go long, go short, do this, do that. Because if you don't learn, what the hell do you have? You have nothing.
Right.
Most of you might not be spiritual, but my greatest quote in the Bible is, I'm going to use layman terms with it though, is, you teach a man to fish, right? Make people fishers of men, which it's different. Fishers of men means going out spreading the gospel, blah, blah, but you can use it in different terms. I want to make you guys fishermen.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be sitting there waiting at the bank for us to bring you fish. Learn how to fish. There you go. Yeah, that's my
right
for the day.
Right now, you had a pop off of orb high. You're holding the 8 on the 5 minute. You're, objectively should not be looking to short this until you get some sort of major push.
Yep.
Right now, you just haven't been able to get it. So we're just
this is a great text I just got. This is legit. Guaranteed Bank. They spelled guarantee wrong to start with.
Beautiful.
Your card has been used to pay for a dress of $2,466 at a boutique. At boutique.
Okay.
If this was you, visit budave.org/something to cancel now. I am definitely clicking on that link. Yeah. Just like,
well, I think we're pretty much done for the day. Hitting right about the top of the hour.
I've got one more story to tell before we go, and it just made me think about it. There's a guy in Florida who just sends random text messages out to these random numbers as he is the toll bridge, and you fail to pay your toll.
Yeah.
And he puts his Venmo information at the bottom of it, and people are actually paying him. And then when you click on it in the link, it says this is not an actual toll. So legally, he is skating along. He's fine. People are paying it where it says this is not a toll, but they're paying it anyway. So that's my naive text people of the day. Watch, it's gonna break out. Break out. Go ahead and break out. Let's do it now. But yeah, I'm with you, Roy. Look at that volume. It's repping on Tide. CVD is negative 1,800 now. Negative 1,800. It's almost like we know what we're doing sometimes.
Look at these puts that they're writing on SPY over here. I don't know if you can see that. Negative 54 million.
That
Oh no,
is not very
sorry,
good.
they're buying. They're buying.
Are they
Yeah,
buying it or
they're
are they
buying.
selling?
I don't know. I think since it's negative, they're actually buying. If it was positive, they would be writing.
Are you sure? I thought they said that it's you'd have to like go in and physically look to see where it's coming from. But you
Regardless,
can,
SPY is your goodness.
yeah,
Uh,
testing the 200. That's a great spot to leave it right there. Break the 200 and we'll call it a day. Roy, thank you, sir. Today was a fantastic stream. What a Monday, right?
what a Monday, man. Good
Easy
job. Good job.
peasy. Rejecting the 200 now. Wow, I can't make this shit up. All right, guys, we will catch you tomorrow. Watch me flip one take profit trader con and get that passed tomorrow, and then we'll have 5 of them bad boys and work on getting 5 of these and 10 accounts. Hey, $200 a day is what? $2,000 a day. That's $10,000 a week. $500,000 a year. Base
Yeah.
hits. Base
Yep.
hits. Blue Dogs, Franco. Have a great day, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Thank you.